A lot of respect for Georgia Tech. I know those coaches. You guys, little side stories. Their head coach actually lived in Holdridge for a year. She was a foreign exchange student. And Claudio, the assistant, was with the Brazil national team several times. The last quadrenniums, Jordan played against him. He was assistant coach, and so we have a lot of respect going to Brazil and understanding how they train and how they play. And I thought our team prepared really, really well, and you could see we were all over them with our game plan. And they had a hard time getting kills. We were touching everything, digging everything. So again, I want to give credit to our team and Jalen preparing us for what they were going to do. And when you hold a team at this stage of the game to 0-19, it's a great defensive effort on our part.
Let's take questions for Andy and Allie and then send them on their way, and then we'll proceed with Coach. Questions for the players?
Allie, what was that game plan that was kind of put together that you guys were able to execute so well?
I think obviously we're playing to make it to the Elite Eight, and I think we know our life's on the line. So we go into every match in the tournament just knowing that, and playing Nebraska volleyball is a huge thing for us, and not worrying about who's on the other side of the net, and just playing our game and staying disciplined and really just going for it and playing fearless because we're ready for everything to come. We practice it every day, and I think we put a lot of pressure on the other side of the net today.
Allie, how much does it help? I mean, your first run through the front row, you had 4 kills on 5 swings. How much does that help you get into a rhythm and get the flow of the game?
Yeah, I think kind of like I said, we're just kind of going for it. So I think when those hit the ground, it was just kind of brought a lot of momentum for our team. And I think for me especially, it just kind of set the tone for the match for myself and the team. And we prepared a lot, and me and Bergen were flowing. So.
Andy, what's it like to play defense like that, where initially you're forcing them to hit out, and then the second set you're blocking them?
It's huge, not only for our team, but I think it makes the other team lose momentum. Obviously, as a hitter, it's hard to get blocked, especially after hitting errors and then going for it and just getting stuffed. I mean, it's huge for momentum on our side, and then it just kills your confidence as a hitter. So I think we did a really good job today adjusting, and we had really disciplined blocking, which we really worked on this week at practice.
Andy, speaking for those of you who are in your first NCAA tournament, is the second weekend, do you feel more comfortable in the second weekend out there than you did going out for the first time last weekend?
Yeah, I would say comfortable and confident. I think that the freshmen know that we've worked really, really hard to get to this point, and we're just going to trust our training and use what we've learned and just go out there and dominate.
Did you make any adjustments in the block in that second set to kind of be more effective?
I wouldn't say in the second set alone. I think I've been working really hard this week on my blocking, especially at practice, just staying more disciplined. It's something that Coach and Jalen and I talked about, and I think it really showed the second set. And then just a huge shout out to my pin hitters because they were setting the block super well, and it's really easy to close when they set it.
Allie, that third set there, I think total scores tied from the head. You get stuffed. Bergen keeps it up. Becca sets it up, and then Merritt had that big score. I think the rep the play. What was that like on the court? What did you see from your vantage point?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously I didn't hit the greatest shot, so it was nice that they were there to cover. And I think we have a lot of crazy plays in practice all the time, and we work on really managing those tough balls. And I think that's what makes our team really special, is we know how to manage and come back even stronger from plays that aren't really working out for us. So I think when that happened, it was just kind of like everyone expected it to hit the floor, but our team doesn't let that happen, and we execute those plays, and it kind of just made the whole bob erupt. So that was really exciting for us.
And then y'all went on like a 4-0 run.
Yeah.
After that, just how much confidence did that moment give you guys?
Yeah, so much confidence, and I think after that we were like, okay, like we're gonna go on a run here. Like we were all looking each other in the eyes, just being very intense with everything we were doing and being focused. And I think we took every play to heart and just really went for it and didn't let them stop us. And like we said earlier, we were kind of playing really good defense, and I think our block just really helped us a lot this match.
Andy, how much fun was that? Playing a midweek match at 1 o'clock with a big crowd and playing the way you guys did.
It's super fun, and then the Bob came up. They showed up. They were ready to go, and I know Coach challenged them to be loud, and that's exactly what they did. So it's such a fun environment to play in, and it didn't even matter that we were playing at 1 because everyone was fired up. We were ready to go.
Yeah.
Final questions for Andy or Allie? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Good job, Andy.
Thanks, Coach.
What about me?
Just give you a pat on that. Allie, I wanted to ask you, where's your shoes? Yeah.
All right, questions for Coach?
Them hitting 0-1-9, what's the most impressive thing about hearing that number?
Well, to me, the most impressive thing is that they followed the game plan, they stayed with it, and again, you get a lot of confidence from preparing well, and you could see it on our team. They were very confident in how we're going to defend these guys and serve them.
How do you feel like you handled some of Georgia Tech's? They had some good servers. How do you feel like you handled them?
Well, 5 was the one we were the most worried about, and I was trying to, we were trying to figure out where she would start. They didn't start where they normally started, and we put our side out. We started where we thought we had the best chance to side out against her, but I don't even know if she scored a point tonight. Maybe one. So that was one of our goals going in, is we were not going to let her get on a run, because I saw her against Louisville, these other teams. She'll go on a 7-point run like that, and the game's over. So we did a really good job on that. And that's what you do. A big server like that, they bring it, and you side out right away. It slows them down a little bit.
John, set back and forth the whole way. How were you able to close it out with that 6-0 run there?
Well, I think it was what Amy said, that play. Not only did it give us confidence, I think it deflated Georgia Tech, because it's like, okay, what do we have to do to get a point? And get, that was just a, willpower play, and it just sends a message to the other team, like, these guys, nothing's going down.
Don, you've been 1 or 2 basically all year. Now it's lose and go home. How are these guys handling the pressure of being the top seed, and some of them are going through this for the first time?
Yeah, if you're around them every day in practice, I don't think it's bothering them too much. They're having fun, and we just had great energy. I think they're having fun. Tom, I really think this group, because I've been thinking about this a lot. I think they just love, the bigger the stage, the more they like it, the more they thrive on it. Our hardest matches are when it's not a big stage, and I just think these guys they love this. So that's how they've been last 2 weeks.
How do the game kind of adjust when they play 12 different players, switch to that 5-1 the third set? How do you adjust the game plan to what they're doing?
So we prepared all week that they would make an adjustment and they would flip players, which they've done in the past, and so we prepped them at the end of game 2. Guys, they're going to do something completely different, and so be ready. But we still know where the ball is going to go, and again, we did a great job. We just missed some transition plays, or otherwise I think we could have broke that game open. But and they I thought they started playing some really good defense in game 3 to keep them in there, keep it tight. But we were prepared for that, so for us it was no big deal. And again, that's the Brazilian way. If you study Brazil volleyball, they have no problem doing that, because, again, for a history lesson, if you study Brazil soccer, the Brazilian sports, everybody gets good at everything. Everybody has to be a setter, a middle, an outside. In soccer, everybody has to do everything, and they train that. And so that's why they're able to do that and be pretty successful at it. I think if we did that, we would, what are we doing here? Coach, you lost your mind? Seriously, because we're way more patterned.
John, you had at one point that was going to the bleachers behind you. You saw Lainey come charging at you. What was kind of going through your mind at that moment?
Well, I knew she was not going to get the ball, and I was screaming at her, and I didn't want her to get hurt, so I took the shot. So I'm feeling it too. She's a load. I don't want to play football anymore.
What was your thoughts on the crowd, how they responded to the challenge?
Great. The crowd was awesome. Andy complimented them. That was awesome. You could tell right in the beginning they were fired up today, and I think Saturday is going to go another notch.
John, did you see this group kind of take it up another level from last week?
Yeah, they took it up another level. Again, I think they were just more confident and comfortable. Again, we talk about with the NCAA tournament, there's all this riffraff going on. There's all these other people here and TV people here, and you can see all the riffraff going on. You're told when you can practice, all this stuff. So I just think the first time you go through that, it is distracting. And so I think they was way more comfortable with everything this week. And again, I need to, I mean, our team playing on a Thursday at 1 o'clock is not a normal thing for us. And so I thought they handled that really well.
Final questions? No? All right.
Great. Okay, thanks, guys.